Welcome back to the Artie Lange Show. My next guest, a guy I've always really admired, great comedian. You can follow him on Twitter, at Kevin Meaney, all one word, at Kevin Meaney, M-E-A-N-E-Y. Kevin Meaney. What's up, Kevin? You having hair issues?
No, I'm doing my Justin Bieber hair.
Oh, okay.
You see? And he was singing Baby,
that
Baby.
That is him, yeah.
Yeah, there it is. Baby, 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 baby.
Perfect.
Yeah. I'm just a little bit older than
No, I know.
than
Not
Justin.
that much.
No, really,
That's
not
a toss-up between Justin Bieber and Ed Grimley from Martin Short.
Yes, it is.
Now, you're a singer. You're a good singer.
Yes, well, I wouldn't. I sell the song. I can sell a
You
song.
do?
I wouldn't say like these people that sing on Broadway. They really sing.
Yeah.
I've got a little bit of a range, but I sell it.
You've done musicals, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, sure.
So you're good enough to do that. I mean, that's pretty good.
I was in Hairspray.
That's hard to do. I mean, if you can't, you got to really know how to sing. Is my point. You know, the first time I ever saw.
Well, I fake it. I do fake it. You know.
Well, the first time I ever saw you do stand up, such a brilliant part of it was the singing with the.
I don't care.
What are you doing the last thing?
You know, that's a real song. I don't care.
Okay.
That song
Cole
was.
Porter?
No, I forget who it was written by. I should know who it was written by.
Is it like a standard, like an old song?
It was written at the stock market crash of 1929.
Okay.
So
back in those days.
Back in those days,
right.
you know, everybody lost all their money, and then the next thing they're singing, "I don't care, I don't care, I lost all my money." Boom, boom, boom. I don't. He doesn't care. So
that's selling it.
But I used to do it. My jokes don't go over. I don't care. And they really weren't going over. I was bombing.
But there was nothing more hilarious than that because you're the first sort of, dare I say, alternative comic to where you were actually being ironic and smart and, you know, and the people who didn't get it, it was like, screw them because that's the first sign of a good comic.
They would sit there
they don't
like
care
this.
if
They'd just sit there like, There's nothing worse than that than just like looking out in the audience and people just miserable
it's
people.
It's the loneliest feeling as a comic.
It really is. It's a horrible feeling. There's nothing worse than going down in flames and then
you feel lonely. Tom Hanks in Castaway. It's like he might as well be surrounded by a group of people.
So horrible.
Yeah.
Look, listen, I'm shaking. I'm just a wreck.
And you never get over that feeling too. Like
no.
About a month and a half ago, I was doing stand up at the Comedy Cellar, and I tried a new thing that was kind of a risky bit, I'll admit. But I dug a hole I couldn't get out of, and I got off stage at about 3:05 in the morning. I did about 35 minutes. And Artie Fuqua, the MC, he was like, "What are we gonna do?" I had to give up, and I rarely give up. But I said, I'm not gonna go to an old bit that I know I'll get a laugh. I tried not to.
That's
do
what
that.
I do. I go right into if I start going down, I go right into the old bit.
Right.
You know.
Yeah, you know something.
Famous people's dogs. John Wayne's dog. Bow wow. Bow wow. I mean, who's doing John Wayne impressions? You know, in 2014, Jimmy Stewart's dog. Rah 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 rah. These are like the first bits I've ever done in my life, and now I'm doing them. With the Comedy Cellar. Comedians are going, why is he did that?
Everyone looks like they're an extra in the show Girls.
Oh, horrible. Absolutely horrible. But I hate what I do. I hate it so much.
I agree with you.
Could somebody shoot me right now? Anybody out there just like shoot me?
Don't say that here.
Oh, yeah, they could. Look at these fellas out there.
Well, you're in the best place for older references. Our announcer who's not here tonight, Mike Borschetti, last night, we asked him what actor he thinks he looks like, and he said, Sebastian Cabot. Mr. French.
Oh, Mr. French. Oh, I love that theme song.
Affair.
The Family Affair, and all the crystals. And,
isn't it hard watching that show, knowing that I think both of those kids became bad drug addicts?
Yeah, they were drug addicts.
Died or something.
Yeah, they died. I'm sorry, everybody. We didn't mean to bring that up.
I'm going to bring the room down a little bit.
And Brian Keith.
He lasted a while.
He was good. He was a good dad.
He seemed like a good dad.
Really took care of those kids.
He knew everything.
Buffy and Jody. And that little other prick. What was his name?
There was two.
Yeah.
No, there was an older girl.
Yeah,
who was very cute.
Yeah, right. Oh, Sissy.
Sissy. Yeah.
Sissy and Buffy and Jody.
And then Mr. French was an enormous,
Mr. French, yes.
obese man who had to have diabetes. would cook them like, oh, he was an English guy. I go, we're gonna have a nice omelet and like all these like cheeses in it and stuff,
Yes.
and it was very, very fattening. The show, but I loved it.
He wasn't drinking though.
No, he wasn't drinking. Well, they would have
Not
a
like
spot.
Bewitched. They're always drinking.
Yeah,
you know?
everybody had booze in their
Yeah.
hand. Everybody had a martini.
Cigarettes, booze. Come on, have a smoke. Have a smoke. Let's have a martini in the afternoon.
Even the old Dean Martin show. Dean would always have a tuxedo. He'd host a show in a tux
Right.
with a drink and a cigarette constantly. Johnny Carson.
Johnny Carson, yeah, sure.
Were you ever a smoker? Did you ever smoke cigarettes?
Yeah, I was smoking. I smoked a lot. I had to quit because I was actually coughing up white mice.
And on the side of on the side of Newports, it actually says that.
Yeah,
Sometimes.
if you're coughing up white mice, you got to quit. Yeah.
All right, we're gonna take a break, and don't say I had never heard a better non-smoking PSA ever. And we'll be back. At Kevin Meaney is the Twitter, and we'll talk to Kevin more after these words.
Bing, bing, bing.
The Artie Lange Show. We're back with Kevin Meaney. We were discussing the show A Family Affair. Okay, here we go. Get ready. Get out your tissue box. As discussed by Kathy Garver on the final season's DVD features. The show's cast suffered several deaths. Anissa, who played Buffy, Anissa Jones,
Right.
died of a drug overdose in 1976 at age 18.
It's terrible.
Sebastian Cabot died of a stroke in
A
1977.
stroke. He must have smelled toast.
Kind of saw that coming.
Yeah.
At age 59. In 1997, 2 months after the suicide of his daughter and having lived with cancer for some time, Brian Keith committed suicide by gunshot.
He committed suicide.
In 2002, Greg Federson died of cancer at age 53.
Who did?
Greg, I think he was probably...
the Jody?
He was Jody.
He was Jody, yeah.
So thanks for bringing that up.
So, I didn't bring it up.
I brought it up.
I did not bring it up. You brought it up.
I did bring it up.
And it's sad, and thank God that they still live on in reruns.
They do. I just saw them
beautiful,
on,
beautiful family. Really.
Do you think, coming from that generation, how old are you, Kev?
Yeah. I'm 39. Oh, cut that out. I'm 57.
Rochester. So, wow, well, you look fantastic.
Well,
for
thank
that.
you. I don't know how I do it.
I'm 46 and I look like your
Yeah.
uncle. But I have to say, growing up in that generation, seeing those families on TV, you're part of the rebellious sort of, early 70s.
Yeah.
I mean, did that affect what you wanted to do for a living, your art? Like, were you a rebel as a kid, you think?
No, well, sort of, but I got in a lot of trouble in school, and
Right.
I really never tried in school. I mean, the things that I was interested in, I did well in.
Okay.
But
What
things
were they?
theater. So I was very good in theater.
Right.
So I wasn't good in sports, but I was good. I was, I was a good skier, swimmer. But I never played.
The other subjects didn't interest you, and why do?
No.
To me, it's like
math. I never was interested in math.
It's noble to try at something you're not good at or not interested in. But at the same time, once you get to a certain point, to push a kid into something, why not let them just attack what they're interested in at a certain point? Like I was never going to be a scientist, so why not let's just stop wasting everybody's time at an early age,
You'd be a great scientist. though.
Thank you. I was fishing for a compliment.
Yeah.
I was.
I'm going to get you a chemistry set.
You know me. I'd
do-
never be a scientist.
I tried to be a scientist. I mean, I had a chemistry set, and I would just mix things down in the basement and just, explode, make explosion. Drano bombs. I knew how to make a Drano bomb.
Were you as obsessed with that?
Well, but I knew how to make a Drano bomb.
What is? How do you
Did
make
you
that?
make one?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
and
we
blew
had
trees
guys
up.
making those.
Trees out of the
You
ground.
blow up a tree?
You get a bottle, a wine bottle.
Does Bill
but
Maher
you
know
get-
about this?
Sure, you get a wine bottle. You want to get a big one. You get a gallon jug,
Or a
and you fill it
40.
with aluminum foil. Lots of aluminum foil in there,
God.
or caps, flip tops from the soda or beer
A
cans.
cat?
And then you put water. Then you put Drano in. The crystals.
That's where they get the name.
Then yes, and then you add water, and then you tighten it up, and then it's a
my
chemical
God.
reaction. You shake it a little bit. You got to run because you don't want to get burned by that.
Were your
that
neighbors with
Drano.
Ted Kaczynski? Who taught you to do this?
My friend Martin did, but he was the scientist. He was like the big, he knew how to make Drano bombs. He's in jail now.
He's a meth guy, probably. Is he
He's
like
meth. Yeah, he's making meth.
Breaking Bad.
Yeah.
I saw that.
My daughter
coming.
knows how to make meth now because she watches Breaking Bad. I said, "You know how to make meth?" She goes, "Yes, Daddy, I know how to make meth." All right, know how to make meth.
Get with it.
God,
Who doesn't?
Everybody knows how to make meth.
I always thought that show was a little too realistic.
Yeah.
I mean, it is. Like, we don't need to be that real. The Sopranos, there's like 15-year-old kids in Indiana who know how to run the numbers because of the Sopranos.
Yeah.
It's terrible. You don't have to be that realistic.
Yeah, let's get back to Family Affair. You know, that was fun. Those are the fun days. Then later on, when the show's over, they killed themselves.
Exactly. Let's have all the real stuff off camera.
Yes.
Now everybody's rebelling and putting all the real stuff on camera. But how dark, like, has television become? The show Breaking Bad, think about, like, that's a mainstream, big-time show, unbelievably done, talented people. But that is a dark show for primetime entertainment at night. And I say it's cable. Who doesn't have cable now? I mean, come on. Do you, as a parent, how do you monitor this?
I actually let my daughter pretty much watch anything. I do.
How old is your daughter?
I don't know. I don't know how old she is.
I knew it.
No, she's 14. But when she was 12, she wanted to go see The Book of Mormon.
Right.
On Broadway.
I heard it's great.
It's the greatest show ever.
It's amazing.
It's great. But would you recommend that for a 12-year-old?
No. Well, not with those guys.
I've never
making
seen so many.
South Park.
I didn't realize that they could drop F-bombs in musicals.
But I would rather her, learn everything from a musical than out on the street. So I bring her to every Broadway show, and she loves it. She eats it up, and
that's funny. So the drug deal she goes to involve like a drug dealer who can sing.
Yes.
Do you want the rest of the lid?
We just bring her through, Washington Square Park, and you want some weed, you want some smoke, and then she goes, "I don't want smoke. I don't want weed from you. My daddy gets it for me. He orders it from the telephone. They bring over the kush and the Girl Scout cookie."
What are you cutting this blow with? We got to take a break. We'll get more into this. Can you stick around?
Yes.
Yes, Kevin Meaney. After that.
The Artie Lange Show. Weeknights on Audience. Only on DirecTV.